Residents of a Manhattan housing complex are angry over a proposed rent increase they say will hike prices by hundreds of dollars. New York One's Vivian Lee joins us now with the very latest on that. Vivian.
Cheryl, a little more than 1,000 renters here at Peter Cooper Village and Stuyvesant Town on Manhattan's east side received notices last night under their door stating that mid-lease their rents were going up, some as high as $900 more per month, and that they had 2 weeks to get ready to pay this new rent as of June 1st or get ready to move out within 60 days. Well, a lot of tenants got very outraged at this. Some elected officials, including council member Dan Garodnick, who's also a resident here, held a news conference today saying that with many families with children or with single incomes only, it's very difficult for them to afford the increases and even more difficult to figure out what they're going to do if they need to move. All of the people who received these notices, by the way, also happened to be plaintiffs in a class action suit that was settled against the previous owners of the 100 buildings that make up these two communities here. As part of that $173 million settlement, rent increases mid-lease were agreed to, but residents are appalled at the amounts and the short deadline.
It's pretty outrageous. They're billing it as a rent increase, but effectively it's an eviction notice. Being asked to pay $600 more per month in the middle of a current lease to me is deplorable.
And it shows a deep lack of respect for the residents of this community. So we are calling on CW Capital to slow this down and act with some decency. Retract the sudden rent increases and do not touch rents until leases expire. Phase in any increases so that people would have a chance to stay here.
And the current landlord, CW Capital, did have a spokesperson tell us that they're reviewing the decision to have these rent increases take effect on June the 1st. They've decided to move that deadline to July the 1st. Still, a lot of tenants are saying it's still too little time to come up with a contingency plan. That's the very latest from Peter Cooper Village in Stuyvesant Town. I'm Vivian Lee. Back to you, Cheryl.
Vivian, thank you.